Hi everybody, and welcome back to Sticks and Stones Wood Carving. We're working on our expressions board here, and we're going to put a couple more faces on. We're going to draw them on, and then we're going to try and start carving more of these out. We got 3 on the board, started carving them a little bit. Let's get to a couple more here. Been a busy week, all kinds of stuff going on here. I drew an expression here on a piece of paper I'm going to try and copy down for this one here, and then I think the rest I'll just wing it. I seem to draw better when I'm not really putting too many on a piece of paper, and I just kind of look at the board instead and figure out what I want to fit on. But this one I'm going to try and literally look at the paper that I drew it on and see if I can transfer it to the board here. And what we're going to do is we're going to give a couple of different ways to do eyes and stuff and mouths, and then try and, apply them to some wood spirits or something down the road. And we'll start with some goofy, simple ones, like I said, and then I'll give you a couple more that we can actually put on a wood spirit that would look better than, more of the cartoony, clowny faces that we're doing here. I did want to do some simple ones, like I said, first, and then, but they're all going to be pretty simple. And then we'll, advance it up and step it up a little bit as we go. This guy right here is, again, got those bell-shaped eyelids, a little bit more than, just putting 2 circles like the ones above. And if I can look at this piece of paper here, he looks a lot cooler on the paper. It's always easier to draw on the paper than trying to do it on a video, and got a board in front of me here and a camera and everything else. But we're going to try and see how many we can get on, and hopefully when we start carving these, when I can get some more cottonwood bark in, we could do some on cottonwood bark, and we'll really try and fancy them up and make them pretty interesting characters when we put them into wood. With this guy, we're going to give him an open mouth and make him pretty toothy. And I'm still going to have to get the other bits out and clean those ones up on the top, maybe wood burn them, sand the whole board down, and we'll make this a nice little board that we can hang in the shop again, and look at it and come up with some ideas, hopefully. So let me know as you're watching these videos what type of expression you guys are looking for. And again, we'll do our lives every Monday night, and we'll talk about it. Tonight is another one we're going to do, 8 o'clock, if you want to show up and talk to me and see what you want to put on this board. Give me some ideas, and what we'll do is we'll kick it around a little bit, and we'll go from there, see what happens. But I'm going to be on live tonight at 8 o'clock. Today is Monday. So we got this guy here. We should probably color his mouth in so you can see him a little bit better. And he's got a little bit different expressions than the other ones. And that's what we're really going for. We're going to just try and see how many more we can do. He definitely doesn't look as good as I did on the paper. Let's do another one here, and this one I'll just wing as usual. They tend to come out a little bit better if I can just look at the board and not focus on anything else. And this one will make a little bit angrier. We're still working with simple here. I put the pupils right in the center and give him an angry slanted eyebrow look. We'll put 2 lines here, make him a little more expressive, kind of insinuating where his nose would go. And again, we'll make him smiling, but more sinister, as opposed to goofy like the one on the left there. Okay. I'm just going to put like a little E shape and then invert it on this side, and then we'll color the sides in here. And I do those mouths a lot. Little line underneath. Give him some character lines around his eyes. Yeah, he doesn't look too bad. When you carve these out on wood, you can make them look really, really interesting. Let's color his eyebrows in here. Always makes a big difference when you actually put a little color on with the marker, and you give him some shadows and stuff. I'm trying not to hit the camera with my hat. Okay, got this guy here. Let's color the sides of his mouth in. Let's do this side. Starting to get pretty cold here. It was down in the 20s. For those of you that have been watching or talking to me on the live, seems like everybody's been having a winter fall upon them up here in the north. I'm in the northeast of Pennsylvania, in case anyone was ever wondering or you didn't know that. Yeah, winter's coming and we're outside and we're doing this under the tent, and it's not fun. I'm definitely going to have to clean out the shop some and find a way to carve all winter inside where I can do it on camera, especially live. I'd like to do some live carvings. This guy right here, and let's get one more here. See how he goes from goofy to a little more sinister, and now let's do one that we could actually get a piece of wood and make him more of a wood spirit type look, and we'll draw kind of like the bark or the sides of the tree around this guy, and I'll give you an idea of where we're going with this. Let's just draw 2 lines like there. So this guy's actually going to have a nose, okay? And he's got his little lines right there to start off his eyes. We'll give him 2 little beady eyes. And again, we're just going to go out to the corners here, and we'll start some eyebrows. We'll probably add to that. But just so I have an idea about the size of the eye I want to put, I'm going to make 2 little U's like that. We'll give him a little lip here. Some frown lines. Whoops, hitting the camera. Frown lines on top. We'll give him a smile line or 2. And under here, insinuate a chin. Okay, now this guy right here is pretty simple, alright? But it would be a really good wood spirit face. Okay, if we wanted to do him on a piece of bark, you know, any of these he could be wood spirit faces really, but we're going to start, you know, going from goofy to a little bit more carvable as far as a wood spirit looks, which is what this guy right here, you could make pretty easily. If I did 2 lines like that, you'd see if he was in bark or if he was on a tree, okay, you could definitely make him a wood spirit pretty easily. All right, let's extend these eyebrows down here. I don't like the way that looks, so I'm going to color all that in as one big eyebrow. And then we'll have 3 new expressions here on the board. Maybe we'll do 1 more. I guess I will. I wanted to get at least 3 on. Okay, but you can see how this guy would turn into a wood spirit pretty easily, even though it's a simple face, okay? So if this was a tree or a piece of cottonwood bark or whatever, it wouldn't be too hard to start adding beard hair or whatever we wanted to make him more like a wood spirit, okay? See, it's pretty simple, all right? So just imagine your tree or your piece of bark or whatever for any of these faces, okay? And it's pretty easy to come up with different carvings. All right, let's see. Can I lower all this, and we could do 1 more, and we are going to have to carve these. Like I said, if you have a wood burner, just wood burn them in, because we could draw them on this board all day. Let's do another one, and that should be enough for this video. If we can get 1 more in here, I don't want to make it too long. About 10-15 minute videos for doing this, and that way we can just get to our other projects for today and not overwhelm you guys too much. We're going to give this guy another more of a realistic nose. I mean, he's not realistic, but you get my drift. We're actually making a nose here, and we'll give him 2 smaller eyes. And again, he's more of an angry look. We'll give him tiny little beady eyes as far as pupils go. Little line underneath those eyes. And right away he looks mad already, doesn't he? And again, we're going to try and work a couple of different types of mouths. Because the more expressive we can make these, the more interesting they are when we apply them to the wood. And we want different ways to do mouths. Now this is going to be kind of the same. See how easy it is? You just draw that little E there, and then color the sides in. Invert the E on the other side like I'm doing here, and then just color those sides in. And then it's pretty simple to make him look really ticked off and give him teeth, and just draw a line across the center like that. Right? And then when you want to finish it off, just attach that line, you know, on both sides here. or you can leave it the way I did it. Alright. Now pretty much to show that expression a little more, you just kind of give him a little line like that on either side of his mouth, put a little line underneath him for a chin, you know, for more expression, little lips and stuff underneath that's crinkled up, so it makes it look crinkled up. And take those eyebrows and darken them in. And now they're just not frown lines, they're actually his eyebrows here. Those lines we made at first on top. And this would be another wood spirit. So these guys right here, like I said, they go from very cartoony to a little bit more expressive, a little bit more of a face that you can actually put on the wood and make a pretty decent wood spirit out of. And it's different, you know. And notice he doesn't have a mustache or anything, but you could add beard hair if you like. You could add lots of hair around him, and it's a totally different look for your wood spirits. And again, if we take our marker here and we start outlining where we would want his other features, it would start shaping his face out on the wood, and you would see it wouldn't be too hard to come up with a wood spirit there. Okay, so right here we got 4 more on the board. These guys we are going to have to finish and carve them out, but what's that, 7 we got already on the board? So we can either carve these out or wood burn them, and we'll try to start going into more detail about carving these things as we go, but we'll get a bunch on the board and then we'll figure out what we want to do, and we'll end up with a pretty cool board with a lot of different faces on it is the whole idea. Alright, so I will see you guys in the live tonight at 8 o'clock. If you want to come, show up. That will be this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye now.